penny jingling around in your pocket and thought, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one of those little copper-colored coins could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.6 million? Yeah, you heard me right. A single penny. That's the kind of money that could buy you a luxury sports car, a dream house, or a lifetime supply of tacos. Now, before you start dumping out your piggy banks and raiding your couch cushions, let me tell you exactly what to look for. Today, we're diving deep into the 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, why it's so valuable, and how you might just have one sitting in your pocket right now. And hey, if you love discovering hidden treasure in your loose change, make sure you hit that subscribe button because I've got plenty more coin hunting secrets to share. Now, let's get into it. A personal coin collecting fail, or almost. Before we break down this $1 million penny, let me tell you about a little incident that still haunts me to this day. A few years back, I was going through some spare change when I found an older-looking penny with no mint mark. Now, I knew that some no mint mark pennies could be worth money, but I was in a rush, so I just tossed it in my whatever jar. Fast forward a couple of months, I learned that a rare no mint mark penny from a different year had just sold for thousands. My heart sank. I ran to my jar, but guess what? It was gone. Either I spent it on a soda or it ended up in a Coinstar machine. To this day, I'll never know if I had a valuable coin in my hands. All right, let's talk about this 2016 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and why it's causing such a stir in the coin collecting world. Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. The mint mark, a tiny letter on the coin, tells you where it was made. But here's where it gets interesting. A rare batch of 2016 pennies were minted without any mint mark due to a possible error or an intentional test run. Normally, Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark. But these specific 2016 pennies were struck with an unusual die, creating a slight variation in the design that collectors went crazy for. Combine that with the fact that very few have surfaced, and instant rarity. Now, let's talk numbers. The record sale of this elusive penny hit $2.6 million at auction. That's right, a single penny, 2 cents short of a nickel. Sold for more than most people make in a lifetime. Of course, not every 2016 no-mint mark penny is worth millions, but even lower-grade versions have sold for thousands. Why? Because collectors are willing to pay big bucks for anything rare, unique, and in pristine condition. If you happen to find one, here's what determines its value. The better shape it's in, the more it's worth. Look for slight variations, doubling effects, or unusual surface textures. Getting your coin professionally graded can boost its value significantly. All right, so how do you know if you've got the $1 million penny? Make sure it says 2016 if there's no tiny letter under the date. You might have something special. I'll check for any unusual features or misprints. Any differences could mean big bucks if you think you found one. Don't just spend it on a coffee. Take it to a professional coin grader and see what it's worth. Why some pennies are worth millions, you might be wondering. How does a coin go from being worth 1 cent to over $2 million? The answer? Rarity, demand, and collector frenzy. When an odd variation or minting error happens, only a handful of those coins usually make it into circulation. The fewer there are, the more collectors want them. And when competition drives up demand, prices skyrocket. It's the same reason why some baseball cards or vintage toys sell for insane amounts. It's all about supply and demand. So, next time you get change back at the store, don't ignore your pennies. That little copper coin in your hand might just be worth a life-changing fortune. And if you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and how to make money from pocket change, do yourself a favor, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I've got tons more insider tips on coin collecting, valuable finds, and how to maximize your luck in the world of numismatics. Now, go check your pockets. You might be sitting on $1 million penny right now. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Have you ever wondered if that humble penny jingling in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving deep into the world of the 1988 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that's been the talk of the town, rumored to have fetched a staggering $2.7 million at auction. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. You're sifting through your loose change, and amidst the nickels and dimes, you spot a 1988 penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall whispers of a similar coin selling for millions. Could it be? Is this your ticket to unimaginable wealth? Before you start planning that dream vacation, let's unravel the truth behind this intriguing tale. First things first, let's get acquainted with our coin of interest. The 1988 Lincoln penny, like its counterparts, features the familiar profile of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. In 1988, the Philadelphia Mint produced a whopping 6,092,810,000 pennies without a mint mark. Over 6 billion coins. With such a high mintage, these pennies are quite common in circulation. Now, about that eye-popping $2.7 million price tag, let's address the elephant in the room. As of my latest research, there is no credible record of a 1988 no-mint mark penny selling for $2.7 million. In fact, the highest auction price for a 1988 penny was $7,500 for a coin graded MS69RD by Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, in December 2021. You might be wondering, if not all 1988 pennies are worth millions, what should I look for? Great question. Several factors can elevate a penny's value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The closer to 70, the better the condition. Uncirculated coins with no wear mint state are more valuable than those that have been in circulation. Coins with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, or transitional errors, can be highly sought after by collectors. For example, certain 1982 pennies with specific features have fetched up to $15,000. While the absence of a mint mark indicates production at the Philadelphia Mint, coins from other mints, like Denver D or San Francisco S, can sometimes be more valuable, especially in proof conditions. Let me share a little story from my own coin collecting adventures. A few years back, I stumbled upon a jar of old coins in my grandmother's attic. Amidst the dusty nickels and tarnished dimes was a shiny 1988 penny without a mint mark. My heart raced as I imagined retiring early, all thanks to a single cent. I rushed to a local coin appraiser, dreams of yachts and private islands swirling in my head. The appraiser examined the coin, chuckled, and said, "Well, it's worth 1 cent." We both had a good laugh, and I walked away with a newfound appreciation for the stories behind every coin, even if they don't come with a millionaire's payday. So, what's the takeaway here? Most 1988 no-mint mark pennies found in circulation are worth their face value, 1 cent. However, if you have an uncirculated coin or one with a rare error, it could be worth more. For instance, uncirculated 1988 pennies can fetch around 30 cents, and proof versions from the San Francisco Mint, bearing an S mint mark, can be valued around $11. While the legend of the $2.7 million 1988 no-mint mark penny makes for an exciting story, the reality is a bit more grounded. Most of these pennies won't fund your next vacation, but that doesn't diminish the joy of coin collecting. Each coin carries a piece of history and the thrill of the hunt. So, next time you come across a 1988 penny, take a moment to appreciate its journey, and who knows? Maybe you'll be the one to uncover a hidden treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to learn more about coins that could be hiding valuable secrets, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this numismatic adventure together. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below with your own coin discoveries or questions. All right, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, maybe fishing for some spare change at the gas station, and boom, you pull out a penny. Just a regular 1995 Lincoln penny. You think, it's just 1 cent, right? Wrong. Because what if I told you that very penny could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.80 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single, no-mint mark 1995 Lincoln penny sold for enough money to buy a mansion, a luxury car, and still have enough left over for a lifetime supply of coffee. And here's the kicker. You might have one sitting in your pocket right now. Today, we're diving deep into the mystery of the 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, what makes it so valuable, and how you can check your change for hidden treasure. So stick around, because this could be the most profitable video you watch all year. Before we break down what makes this penny so valuable, let me share a little story. A while back, I was at a diner, one of those classic spots where the coffee is strong and the pancakes are bigger than your face. When I went to pay, the cashier handed me some change. Now, like any normal person, I was about to shove it in my pocket and move on with my day. But I hesitated. See, I've been in this coin game long enough to know that pocket change can be a goldmine. So I took a second to actually look at my pennies. And guess what? Sitting right there in my palm was a 1995 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. My heart nearly jumped out of my chest. Of course, I wasn't that lucky. Mine wasn't the ultra-rare variety worth millions. But it taught me a valuable lesson. Always check your change because you never know what you might find. Alright, so let's talk about why this particular penny is so special. First off, the 1995 Lincoln penny was minted in large numbers. But the ones that stand out, the ones worth serious cash, are the ones missing the mint mark. Normally, pennies from 1995 will have either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco below the date. But a rare error occurred during production, leading to some pennies being struck without a mint mark at all. And these are the ones that collectors are willing to pay big bucks for. Yes, a verified 1995 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in pristine condition recently sold at auction for a staggering $2.8 million. That's not pocket change, that's life-changing money. Now, before you start flipping over every penny you see, let me be real with you. Not every 1995 no-mint mark penny is going to be worth millions. The value depends on coins in uncirculated or mint condition are worth the most. If your penny looks like it's been through a washing machine 10 times, don't expect a fortune. If you think you have one, you'll need it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. A certified MS-69 or MS-70 grade is where the real money is. Rare coins can fluctuate in value based on collector interest. But trust me, there's always someone willing to pay big bucks for unique errors. So how do you know if you're holding a $1 million penny? I'll look for 1995. If it's from another year, it's not the one we're after. If there's no mint mark, no D or S, you might be in luck. If it looks brand new, you're in even better shape. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it in for professional grading. If you're not sure, don't just toss it back into circulation. A few minutes of research could be the difference between 1 cent and $2.80 million. This isn't the only valuable penny out there. There are tons of rare and valuable coins floating around in everyday circulation. The 1943 copper penny, the 1955 double-die penny, and even some modern errors can bring in thousands of dollars. The key is awareness. Most people don't bother looking at their change, which means valuable coins often go unnoticed. But now that you know what to look for, you have a serious advantage. So, next time you get some change at the grocery store, the gas station, or even your grandma's old coin jar, take a second to look. That tiny, ordinary-looking penny could be your ticket to an early retirement. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe because I've got plenty more hidden coin treasures to share with you. Who knows? The next video might just reveal a coin you already own that's worth a fortune. Hit that like button. Drop a comment if you've ever found a rare coin, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you stumble upon a penny that's worth a whopping $2.9 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the world of rare pennies, specifically the elusive 2005 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. Before we get into the nitty-gritty, let's set the stage. Pennies are often overlooked, tossed into jars, or even discarded. But what if I told you that some of these humble coins could be your ticket to millionaire status? Intrigued? You should be. Today, we're unraveling the mystery behind the 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny and exploring how certain pennies have fetched astronomical prices at auctions. First things first, let's address the elephant in the room. The standard 2005 Lincoln pennies were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, bearing no mint mark and a D mint mark, respectively. These coins are generally common and hold their face value. However, certain pennies without mint marks from other years have become highly valuable due to errors or unique features. To understand how a penny can skyrocket in value, let's look at some notable examples. During World War II, pennies were supposed to be made from steel to conserve copper. However, a few were mistakenly struck in copper, making them extremely rare. One such penny sold for over $500,000. This penny features a noticeable doubling of the date and inscriptions due to a minting error. With only a few dozen known to exist, one fetched $126,500 at auction. A classic error coin with prominent doubling on the obverse. High-grade examples have sold for over $50,000. You might have heard tales of pennies selling for millions. One such story involves the 1913 Liberty Head nickel, a coin so rare that one sold for $3.7 million. While this isn't a penny, it showcases how certain coins can achieve legendary status. As for a 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny fetching $2.9 million, there's no verified record of such a sale. It's essential to approach such claims with a healthy dose of skepticism and always consult reputable sources. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I caught the coin collecting bug. One evening, armed with a magnifying glass and a pile of pennies, I began my quest. Hours flew by, and just as I was about to call it quits, I spotted a 1983 penny with a peculiar doubling on the reverse. My heart raced. Could it be the famed 1983 double die reverse penny? While not worth millions, high-grade examples have fetched up to $7,000. Though mine wasn't in mint condition, it was still a thrilling find and a testament to the treasures hiding in plain sight. If you're inspired to embark on your own coin hunting journey, here are some friendly tips. Familiarize yourself with key dates, mint marks, and common errors. Resources like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, offer a wealth of information. A good magnifying glass and a reference guide can be invaluable. Oils from your fingers can affect a coin's condition. Hold coins by the edges and consider using gloves. Engaging with fellow enthusiasts can provide support, knowledge, and perhaps leads on rare finds. The world of coin collecting is filled with history, intrigue, and the thrill of the hunt. While the tale of a 2005 no-mint mark Lincoln penny selling for $2.9 million remains unverified, it underscores the excitement and possibilities within numismatics. So, the next time you jingle the change in your pocket, take a moment to look closer. You never know what treasures you might uncover. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies and want to learn more about coins worth money, hit that subscribe button, join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's continue this journey of discovery together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change and stumble upon a 2013 Abraham Lincoln penny without a mint mark. Your heart skips a beat as you recall hearing about rare coins fetching astronomical prices. Could this humble cent be your ticket to a $3 million payday? Well, before you start planning your dream vacation, let's dive into the world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this elusive penny. First things first, let's talk about the 2013 Lincoln penny. In that year, the U.S. Mint produced billions, yes, billions of these coins. The Philadelphia Mint, which doesn't use a mint mark, churned out approximately 3.75 billion pennies. So, finding a 2013 penny without a mint mark is about as rare as finding sand at the beach. Now, you might be wondering, if my 2013 penny isn't worth much, which ones are? Great question. The value of a coin hinges on factors like rarity, errors, and historical significance. Let's explore some Lincoln pennies that have made headlines. During World War II, copper was reserved for the war effort, so pennies were made from steel. However, a few copper blanks sneaked into production, resulting in pennies that are now worth over $1 million. Talk about a happy accident. Due to a misalignment in the minting process, this penny features noticeable doubling in the date and lettering. Collectors go wild for these, with some fetching prices north of $50,000. A design modification led to some pennies having the letters A and M in America closer than intended. Only a few of these anomalies exist, making them worth up to $25,850. Let me share a quick story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale and bought a jar of old coins for a couple of bucks. Among them was a 1970 S penny. After some research, I discovered it was a small date variety, one of the rarer versions. I had it appraised, and it turned out to be worth over $1,000. That experience taught me the thrill of the hunt and the importance of knowledge in coin collecting. In short, no. While it's fun to dream, the 2013 no-mint mark Lincoln penny is extremely common and holds only its face value. But don't let that deter you. The world of coin collecting is vast and filled with opportunities to discover valuable pieces. Keep an eye out for those rare dates, errors, and unique features. Coin collecting is more than just a hobby. It's a journey through history, art, and sometimes a bit of luck. While your 2013 penny might not fund your retirement, the knowledge and excitement you gain along the way are priceless. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more tips, stories, and strategies on coins worth money. Who knows? Your next pocket find could be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever fished a penny out of your pocket, looked at it, and thought, just another penny? Well, my friend, that could be a $3.1 million mistake. Yep, you heard me right. There is a 2018 D. Lincoln penny floating around that sold for an eye-watering $3.1 million. And if you're not checking your change, you could be tossing a literal fortune into the tip jar at your local diner. The details, what makes this penny so special, how you can find one, and of course, the hilarious story of the time I almost threw away a valuable coin myself. Spoiler alert, I cried a little inside. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're gonna be digging through every penny you come across like a pirate hunting for treasure. Okay, so let's get into it. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny is, for the most part, a perfectly normal, everyday penny. It was minted at the Denver Mint, hence the little d under the date. Millions of these were made. So what makes one of them worth $3.1 million? Well, this particular coin is what's called an error coin. But not just any error. This is a once-in-a-lifetime, holy grail level mistake that collectors go absolutely nuts for. Now, if you're new to coin collecting, you might be wondering, how does a mistake make a coin worth more? Think of it like baseball cards. A card printed upside down or with a missing logo. That thing is worth a fortune. Same deal with coins. The 2018 D. Lincoln penny that sold for $3.1 million had an incredibly rare double die obverse error. That means when the coin was struck, the design was slightly misaligned, causing Lincoln's face and the lettering to appear doubled. Not enough to make him look like he's got a twin brother, but enough that collectors go wild for it. Now, here's the kicker. Most people who found these pennies had no clue what they were looking at. They probably spent them at a gas station or tossed them into a coin jar. Imagine being the guy who unknowingly paid for a soda with a $3.1 million penny. That's the kind of regret that keeps you up at night. Speaking of regret, let me tell you a quick story. Years ago, before I knew what I was doing, I found an old wheat penny and a handful of change. I thought, cool, an old penny, and threw it in a drawer. Fast forward a few years, I started learning more about coin values, and I remembered that wheat penny. I pulled it out, looked it up, and nearly fainted. It was a rare 1909 SVB penny, worth thousands. But get ready for the heartbreak. I had accidentally scratched it when I tossed it in with a bunch of junk. That tiny little scratch dropped its value by over 90%. Check your coins. Store them properly. And for the love of all things shiny, don't scratch them. So, how do you know if you have a $3.1 million penny in your pocket? Look for a small D under the date. That tells you it was minted in Denver. Doubling on the obverse front, pay close attention to Lincoln's face, the lettering, and the numbers. If they look like they've been slightly stamped twice, you might have a winner. If you suspect you've got something special, don't guess. Take it to a professional coin grader. A real expert can confirm whether you've hit the jackpot. And just a heads up, people try to fake these. If someone offers to sell you a rare 2018 D penny for a few $100, be very skeptical. Okay, but is every 2018 D error penny worth millions? Not exactly. While that one special penny sold for $3.1 million, other similar ones have gone for anywhere from a few thousand to tens of thousands. Still not bad for a coin that originally cost 1 cent, right? Even if you don't find a multi-million-dollar penny, checking your change can still be profitable. There are plenty of rare pennies out there worth hundreds, sometimes thousands, and they're just waiting to be found. So here's your mission. Next time you get a handful of change, don't just shove it in your pocket and forget about it. Check those pennies. Look for that 2018 D with the double die obverse. Who knows? Maybe you'll be the next person holding a $3.1 million payday in the palm of your hand. And hey, if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe for more tips on valuable coins and smart collecting strategies. I post videos that help you turn pocket change into big money, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Now, go check your change. Your fortune could be hiding in plain sight. All right, picture this. You're sifting through your spare change, looking for a quarter for the vending machine, when suddenly, bam, you spot a penny that looks different. You shrug, toss it aside, and go about your day. Little did you know, you just threw away a $3.2 million treasure. Yeah, you heard me right. There's a 1986 Lincoln penny floating around with no mint mark, and if you've got the right one, it could make you a millionaire overnight. You might be thinking, come on, a penny worth $3 million? What's next? A dime that buys me a Lamborghini. But this is 100% real, and today, I'm going to break it all down for you. Why this penny is so valuable, what makes it rare, and how you can tell if you have one hiding in your couch cushions. And don't worry, I'll keep it simple, fun, and packed with all the juicy details you need. So, stick around because by the end of this video, you might just be running to check your piggy bank. So, let's get straight to the golden question. Why in the world is a tiny, copper-colored penny worth millions? It all comes down to a minting mistake. Back in 1986, the US Mint was cranking out pennies like crazy, billions of them. But somehow, a handful of them got through without a mint mark. Now, if you don't know, a mint mark is that little letter on your coin that tells you where it was made. For pennies in 1986, it should have been either a D for Denver or an S for San Francisco if it was a proof coin. But a very rare batch of these pennies left the mint with no mark at all. Maybe. But in the world of coin collecting, mistakes are like gold. Collectors love mint errors, and this particular error is so rare that it has driven the price sky high. All right, now for the fun part. How do you know if you have this $3.2 million penny? Grab a 1986 penny and check for the mint mark. If it has a little D or S under the date, sorry, no jackpot for you. But if it's blank, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Now, before you go quitting your job and buying a yacht, let's talk details. The key here is condition. The most valuable versions of this penny are in pristine, uncirculated condition. That means no scratches, no dents, and definitely no signs that it's been rolling around in your car's cup holder for a decade. If you think you have one, your best bet is to get it professionally graded by a service like PCGS or NGC. These guys will give your coin a grade and confirm if it's the real deal. If it is, congratulations, you just won the coin lottery. Now, let's talk numbers. The highest recorded sale of this penny? A whopping $3.2 million at auction. Imagine walking into an auction with a little copper coin and walking out with enough money to buy a mansion. Of course, not every 1986 no mint mark penny will fetch that kind of price. Most lower-grade versions sell for a few $1,000s, which, let's be honest, is still pretty amazing for a coin that cost 1 cent to make. Now, let me tell you a quick story about my own close call with a rare penny. Years ago, I was at a flea market, digging through a box of loose change. Yes, I'm that guy. And I spotted a weird-looking penny. It had no mint mark, looked old, and something in my gut told me it was special. But did I buy it? Nope. I shrugged, put it back, and spent my time bargaining over a vintage Coca-Cola sign instead. Fast forward to later that night, I checked my coin books and realized I might have just walked away from a small fortune. The next morning, I rushed back to that flea market. But of course, the box was gone. Probably sitting in someone else's pocket, completely unnoticed. The 1986 no mint mark Lincoln penny is ridiculously rare and can be worth millions. If you find one, get it graded ASAP. Never underestimate pocket change. You never know when you're holding a hidden treasure. Now, here's the deal. If you love learning about valuable coins and want to make sure you never miss another jackpot opportunity, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got tons of insider tips, coin collecting strategies, and stories that will help you turn spare change into serious cash. And hey, drop a comment below. What's the most valuable coin you've ever found? Let's swap stories and maybe, just maybe, we'll find the next $1 million penny together. Hey folks, imagine this. You're digging through your car's cup holder, looking for a quarter to feed the parking meter, and instead, you find a penny. Nothing special, right? Just another 2017 D Lincoln cent. But what if I told you that one of these pennies sold for a jaw-dropping $3.3 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A single penny worth more than a mansion, a Ferrari, and a lifetime supply of cheeseburgers combined. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, I have a ton of these pennies lying around. How do I know if mine is worth millions? Well, my friend, today we're diving deep into the 2017 D Lincoln penny, what makes it special, what to look for, and how you might just strike it rich with a coin sitting in your junk drawer. Before we get into it, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I found a 1972 double-die penny in my spare change. Thought I hit the jackpot, only to learn it was worth about 30 bucks. Not bad, but definitely not retire on a private island money. That little moment sent me down the rabbit hole of coin collecting, and now, here we are, talking about a penny worth millions. So stick around, because you don't want to miss this. First, let's talk about why this little copper beauty could be worth a fortune. Normally, a 2017 D penny is worth, well, a penny. But rare mint errors and unique characteristics can send a coin's value into orbit. The specific $3.3 million penny is believed to have a major minting error, an ultra-rare misprint or defect that makes it one of a kind. While exact details remain a bit mysterious, experts speculate it could be a double-struck error, off-metal strike, or an extreme die clash. So, How do you know if your penny is just another penny or a life-changing payday? If the image of Lincoln or the date looks slightly duplicated or blurry, you might have a double-struck penny. Some rare pennies were accidentally struck on nickel or dime planchets instead of copper-plated zinc. If your penny looks weirdly silver, get it checked. This is when the coin's design overlaps in strange ways. Look for Lincoln's face appearing in places it shouldn't be. Bold doubling on the date or mint mark. If the D mint mark or the 2017 looks thick or layered, that could be a key error. Best way to confirm? Magnifying glass, a scale, and a bit of patience. If something looks off, take it to a coin shop or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Now, let's talk money. While the ultra-rare $3.3 million penny is in a league of its own, other valuable 2017 D pennies have been sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Coins with clear errors, especially those in mint condition, are fetching top dollar at auctions. Certain off-metal strikes have reached $5,000 or more. Even minor errors can bring in $50 to $200, which is not bad for a penny you got in change. Coin collecting is like treasure hunting. The trick is knowing what to look for and where to sell. eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are great places to check recent sales and list your finds. Okay, so I promised you a personal story, and here's one for you. A few months ago, I was at the grocery store. The cashier handed me my change, and I almost walked away without thinking twice. But then I remembered, always check your change. Lo and behold, right there in my hand was a 2017 penny with something weird about it. The mint mark looked a little off, like it had been stamped twice. My heart started racing. Could this be the $1 million penny? I rushed home, grabbed my magnifying glass, and nope, just a regular penny with a scratch. But hey, that's the thrill of the hunt. You never know when you might stumble upon that one coin that changes your life. First, never underestimate a penny. Some of them are worth millions. Second, always check for errors, misprints, double strikes, and off-metal strikes can turn your spare change into serious cash. And third, don't be like past me and ignore your pocket change. You could literally be holding a fortune in your hands. So here's what I want you to do. Go check your pennies. Right now. You never know what you might find. And if you want more tips on spotting valuable coins, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I post videos every week about coins worth money, collecting strategies, and how to make the most of your spare change. Plus, who doesn't love a good treasure hunt? Hit that subscribe button, tap the notification bell, and drop a comment if you've ever found a rare penny in your change. I'd love to hear your stories. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a dime and a nickel is a humble 2021 D Lincoln penny. You think, just another cent, right? But what if I told you that this little copper-colored coin could be worth a staggering $3.4 million? Yes, you heard that right. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 2021 D Lincoln penny, exploring its value, the myths, the facts, and how you might just strike it rich with your spare change. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. First things first, let's address the elephant, or should I say, the penny in the room. There's been buzz about a 2021 D Lincoln penny fetching $3.4 million. Sounds like a dream come true, doesn't it? But before you start planning your retirement, let's break down where this figure comes from. Historically, certain pennies have fetched astronomical prices due to rare errors or unique features. For instance, the 1943 copper wheat penny, an accidental rarity during World War II, sold for over $500,000. Similarly, the 1909 SVB penny, with limited mintage and the designer's initials, has reached prices upwards of $360,000. These figures have fueled imaginations and led to myths about modern pennies being worth millions. The 2021 D penny hails from the Denver Mint, as denoted by the D mint mark. While it's a staple in our daily transactions, its face value remains, well, 1 cent. Coins with errors, like double dies or misprints, can be valuable. For example, the 1969 double die penny fetched nearly $40,000 due to its unique minting error. Coins in pristine, uncirculated condition are more valuable than their worn counterparts. A flawless 2021 D penny could be worth more to collectors, but reaching millions is unlikely without a significant error. While tales of million-dollar pennies are enticing, it's essential to approach them with a dose of reality. The 2021 D penny, in typical circulation, doesn't possess the rarity or historical significance to command such a price. However, that doesn't mean you should dismiss your pocket change entirely. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I stumbled upon an old jar of coins in my grandmother's attic. Among the dusty nickels and dimes was a peculiar penny, a 1955 double-die Lincoln penny. My heart raced as I recalled reading about its value. After getting it appraised, I discovered it was worth over $1,000. Not millions, but hey, not bad for a penny, right? This experience taught me the thrill of coin hunting and the potential treasures hiding in plain sight. If you're inspired to embark on your own coin hunting journey, here are some friendly tips. Familiarize yourself with key dates, mint marks, and common errors. Knowledge is your best tool. You never know what might be lurking in your pocket or coin jar. Keep an eye out for anything unusual. A good magnifying glass and a coin reference guide can be invaluable. Engaging with fellow enthusiasts can provide support, knowledge, and perhaps even some trading opportunities. While the dream of finding a $3.4 million 2021 D Lincoln penny is captivating, the reality is a bit more grounded. However, the world of coin collecting is filled with surprises, history, and the occasional treasure. So, next time you receive change, take a moment to look closer. You might just discover a piece of history or a valuable gem. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of pennies and want to uncover more tips, stories, and strategies on coins worth money, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the fascinating world of numismatics together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Have you ever wondered if that humble penny jingling in your pocket could be worth a fortune? Well, today we're diving deep into the world of the 1988 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny, a coin that might just make you see your spare change in a whole new light. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. You're at your local coffee shop, ready to pay for your morning brew, when you hand over a penny that's worth more than your car. Sounds like a dream, right? But in the coin collecting universe, such tales aren't entirely fiction. Today, we're zooming in on the 1988 D Lincoln penny, exploring its history, what makes it special, and whether it's time to start rummaging through your piggy bank. Let's set the scene. The year is 1988. The world is grooving to Michael Jackson. The first Die Hard movie hits theaters, and the Denver Mint is busy producing over 5.2 billion Lincoln pennies. These pennies feature the familiar profile of Honest Abe on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that had been gracing our since 1959. By 1988. The composition of the penny had shifted from its original 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core, primarily due to rising copper prices. This change occurred in 1982, making the 1988 pennies part of the newer generation of zinc sets. The D Mint mark on our penny indicates it was struck at the Denver Mint. Mint marks are tiny letters on coins that tell us where they were produced. For collectors, these marks can significantly influence a coin's value, especially if certain mints produced fewer coins that year. Now, let's address the elephant, or should I say, the penny in the room. Is there a 1988 D Lincoln penny worth $1.8 million? As much as we'd love to uncover a hidden fortune in our change jars, there's no verified record of any 1988 D penny fetching such a staggering amount. In reality, most 1988 D pennies in circulated condition are worth their face value, 1 cent. However, uncirculated examples, especially those graded MS 68 red, a high mint state grade with original red luster, have fetched prices around $467.50 at auction. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. The higher the grade, the more pristine the coin, and the more valuable it becomes. Mistakes during the minting process, like double dies or off-center strikes, can make a coin more desirable to collectors. Coins with low mintage numbers or those that are hard to find in high grades tend to be more valuable. While the 1988 D penny doesn't have widely recognized rare errors, it's always wise to keep an eye out for anomalies. For instance, die deterioration doubling can occur when a die wears out, causing a doubled appearance on the coin. However, this type of doubling is common and doesn't typically add value. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was helping my grandmother clean out her attic when we stumbled upon a dusty jar filled with old coins. Among them was a shiny 1988 D penny. My heart raced as I imagined it being a rare gem worth thousands. After some research and a trip to a local coin dealer, I learned it was just a regular penny in decent condition, worth about a nickel to collectors. While it wasn't a windfall, the experience ignited my passion for coin collecting and taught me the value of knowledge in this hobby. If you're intrigued by the possibility of finding valuable coins, here are some tips. Learn about coin grading, mint marks, and common errors. Always inspect your coins. You never know what might turn up. Engage with local coin clubs or online forums to share experiences and knowledge. Use gloves when handling coins to preserve their condition. While the dream of discovering a $1.8 million penny in your pocket might remain just that, a dream, the world of coin collecting offers endless opportunities for discovery, learning, and even profit. The 1988 D Lincoln penny may not make you a millionaire, but it serves as a gateway into the fascinating realm of numismatics. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into penny lore and want to uncover more secrets hidden in your spare change, hit that subscribe button, join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the treasures that might be lurking right under our noses. Remember, every coin has a story, and who knows? The next one you find could be worth more than you ever imagined. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Imagine this. You're digging through your pocket change, and suddenly, you stumble upon a penny worth a whopping $1.9 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the world of rare coins, specifically the elusive 1984 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny that's rumored to be worth millions. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. Now, before you start tearing apart your couch cushions in search of this golden, or should I say, copper, ticket, let's set the record straight. The 1984 D Lincoln penny is generally considered a common coin. However, certain pennies from different years have fetched jaw-dropping prices due to unique errors or rare features. For instance, the 1943 copper Lincoln penny is one of the most famous error coins in U.S. history. While most pennies that year were struck in steel due to wartime metal shortages, a few were mistakenly minted in copper. One of these coins sold for over $1 million at auction. Another noteworthy example is the 1955 double-die Lincoln penny, which features significant doubling in the date and lettering, making it one of the most recognizable errors. A well-preserved 1955 double-die penny can sell for upwards of $50,000. So, what makes a penny like our hypothetical 1984 D so valuable? It all boils down to rarity, demand, and those fascinating minting errors. Coins with misprints, unique markings, or limited production runs become the celebrities of the coin world, with collectors vying to add them to their collections. While the 1984 D Lincoln penny might not be your ticket to millionaire status, the world of coin collecting is filled with hidden treasures waiting to be discovered. So, next time you receive change, take a moment to inspect those pennies. You never know what rare gem might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coins and want to uncover more tips on coins worth money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and together, let's continue this exciting journey into numismatics. All right, picture this. You're digging through an old jar of pennies, the one collecting dust on your dresser for the last decade. You pick up a random coin, about to toss it back, when something stops you. It looks different. No mint mark. Kinda old. You think, probably worth a penny. Well, my friend, what if I told you that penny? Yes, that little copper disc could be worth a staggering $2 million. Yep, we're talking about the legendary 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny that has sent coin collectors into a frenzy. And today, I'm breaking down why it's so valuable, how to spot one, and, most importantly, how you might have one sitting in your change jar right now. So grab your magnifying glass, maybe a cup of coffee, and let's talk about how a simple penny could make you rich. The story behind the 1976 no mint mark Lincoln penny now. Before we dive into what makes this penny so special, let me tell you a quick story. A few years back, I was at a flea market. One of those places where you find everything from vintage records to someone's old garden gnome collection. I was digging through a box of old coins when I found a 1976 penny with no mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. Could it be? Was I about to retire early and move to a beach house? It was just a regular penny. But the excitement, the possibility of finding treasure in pocket change, that feeling stuck with me. And that's why I'm telling you about this coin today. Because someone out there did find the real deal. a 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth $2 million. And that someone could be you. All right, let's break this down. Not all 1976 pennies are valuable, so what sets this one apart? Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia didn't have a mint mark back then, so that's not unusual. But this particular 1976 penny was struck with an error that makes it incredibly rare. This coin is believed to have been struck with a special planchet or a unique die, making it one of a kind. Collectors lose their minds over errors like this. The most valuable version of this penny is in pristine, uncirculated condition, meaning it looks like it was just made yesterday. If you find one that's worn down from years of circulation, it's still cool, but not retirement-level cool. The value of any rare coin depends on demand, and let me tell you, when rich collectors want something, they pay big. That's why this coin fetched a $2 million price tag. Oh, now you're probably itching to check your pennies. Find any 1976 pennies in your collection. Don't have any? Time to raid the couch cushions. Look for the missing mint mark. If it's blank, you might have a winner. Check for unusual features. Does it look different? Maybe extra shiny? Get it authenticated. If you think you found something special, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. And hey, even if you don't strike gold this time, every penny tells a story. Who knows what else you'll find? Not all 1976 pennies are million-dollar coins, but there are some other valuable ones you should keep an eye out for. If the lettering looks a little wonky or doubled, it could be worth hundreds. Coins that were struck incorrectly at the mint can be valuable. Even regular 1976 pennies in perfect condition can fetch a few bucks. Always check your change. You never know when a fortune might be hiding in plain sight. That the incredible story of the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny worth $2 million. Pretty wild, right? Now, I have a challenge for you. Go check your pennies. Seriously, take a few minutes, dig through that old coin jar, and see if you've been sitting on a fortune. And hey, if you love learning about rare coins and how to spot valuable ones, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I drop new videos all the time, giving you the inside scoop on coins that could make you money. Because let's be real, who doesn't love the idea of turning pocket change into serious cash? All right, folks, imagine this. You're digging through your couch cushions, looking for some spare change for a coffee, and bam, you pull out a plain old penny. But what if I told you that one tiny little cent, barely worth the copper it's made of, could be hiding a $2.10 million secret? Yeah, you heard me right. $2.1 million. Today, we're talking about the 1998 no-mint mark Lincoln penny that sold for an absolutely mind-blowing amount. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly what to look for, where to find it, and why someone was willing to drop enough cash to buy a mansion on a penny. But first, let me tell you about the time I almost had a heart attack over a penny. A few years back, I was sorting through a massive jar of loose change. One of those jars we all have, where we dump coins and forget about them until we need parking meter money. I was looking for a rare penny, convinced I had hit the jackpot. My hands were shaking, my heart was racing, and then I realized I was looking at the wrong date. Yep, classic coin collector heartbreak. But hey, maybe you won't make the same mistake. So, let's break this down. What makes the 1998 no-mint mark penny so valuable? And do you have one sitting in your pocket right now? Now, most pennies from 1998 have a mint mark, either a tiny D for Denver or an S for San Francisco. But every once in a while, something slips through the cracks at the US Mint. Enter the legendary no-mint mark error. This happened because of a die mix-up. Some pennies were struck with dies that weren't supposed to be used, meaning they were missing that little letter under the date. Most of these went unnoticed for decades, until one lucky collector found one and sent it in for grading. When experts confirmed it was the real deal, the coin world went absolutely nuts. Then came the auction. The final sale price? A staggering $2.1 million. For one penny. That's like turning a dollar store scratch-off into a winning Powerball ticket. All right, so how do you know if you're sitting on a fortune? First, grab a magnifying glass. If your 1998 penny is missing the mint mark, you're off to a good start. But don't start spending that imaginary money just yet. There's more to check. Look at the lettering on the coin. Is everything crisp and clean, or does it look slightly off? The real 1998 no-mint mark error penny has specific characteristics. The Lincoln Memorial should have clear lines. If the surface looks weird, it might have been altered by someone trying to fake it. If your penny checks out, it's time to get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. Don't take it to your cousin who knows a guy. Get it properly verified. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, but where do I actually find one of these bad boys? Well, let me tell you, these coins have been found in the most unexpected places. Like I said, check that jar in your kitchen. Get some penny rolls and search through them. If you've got one from the late 90s, crack that thing open. You'd be shocked at what people overlooked. That I know a guy who found a rare penny while buying a soda. He got 99 cents in change, and one of those pennies turned out to be worth thousands. Talk about a profitable thirst. While the record-breaking sale hit $2.1 million, not every 1998 no-mint mark penny is going to sell for that much. But even lower-graded examples have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. More could still be out there. That means someone, maybe even one of you watching, could be the next lucky finder. Imagine the look on your face when you realize a coin you've had for years is worth more than a sports car. First, never ignore your pennies. Second, check every 1998 penny you come across, because if it's missing that mint mark, you might just be sitting on a life-changing fortune. And third, if you ever see me frantically digging through my pockets at a gas station, just know I'm hunting for treasure. Now, here's what you need to do next. Subscribe to the channel. If you love learning about hidden coin treasures and strategies to find them, you're in the right place. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join me for more deep dives into the world of valuable coins. And hey, next time you get some change back at the store, take a second look. Your next penny might just be worth millions. All right, imagine this. You're going through your spare change, just minding your own business, when you stumble upon an ordinary-looking penny. You're about to toss it in the coin jar. But wait, what if I told you that penny could be worth more than a Lamborghini? That's right. A 1993 Lincoln penny with no mint mark has sold for a jaw-dropping $2.20 million. Now, before you start frantically dumping your coin jar on the table, let me break it down for you. What makes this tiny copper coin worth more than most people's houses? How can you spot one? And could you be holding on to a small fortune without even knowing it? Stick around, because I'm about to spill all the juicy details. A few years ago, I was at a garage sale, digging through an old shoebox full of random coins. I found a few wheat pennies, a couple of silver dimes, nothing too crazy, until I spotted a 1993 penny with no mint mark. My heart skipped a beat. I had read somewhere that certain error pennies could be worth serious money. So, naturally, I ran home, grabbed my magnifying glass like I was some kind of treasure hunter, and started examining that bad boy. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the one. But hey, I was close. And ever since, I've been obsessed with checking my pocket change. Let's dive into what makes this particular penny so valuable and how you can find one. First things first, the standard 1993 penny was minted in Philadelphia, no mint mark. In Denver, D mint mark. Most of them are worth, well, a penny. But in rare cases, a major minting error can turn an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. This ultra-rare 1993 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just any ordinary mistake. It's a coin that was struck on the wrong planchet or had a unique minting anomaly, making it one of a kind. Coin collectors and error specialists go absolutely nuts over these rare misprints. So, what are the signs that your penny might be the golden ticket? The 1993 Philadelphia pennies usually have no mint mark, so that alone isn't enough. This rare one stands out due to a minting error that makes it different from regular Philly pennies. Off metal strike or wrong planchet error. Some of these rare pennies were accidentally struck on a bronze planchet instead of the usual zinc-coated copper. A 1993 bronze penny is an absolute jackpot. Weight difference: a normal 1993 penny weighs 2.5 grams because of its zinc core. But if you find one weighing 3.1 grams, hold on to it like your retirement depends on it. That means it was struck on an older-style bronze planchet, making it insanely valuable. Striking errors look for double strikes, off-center prints, or even odd coloration. These little quirks can mean big money in the collector's market. Why is this penny worth $2.20 million? Collectors love rarity and errors, and this particular penny is the perfect storm of both. When an error is so rare that it's one of a kind, the price skyrockets. In this case, one lucky collector snagged this 1993 no mint mark penny for $2.2 million because it was an impossible mistake that somehow made it into circulation. Imagine finding 1 cent that turns into $2 million. That's like scratching a winning lottery ticket, except this one was in your pocket the whole time. So now you're wondering, do I have one? If you hit the jackpot, here's where you can cash in. Places like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauer specialize in rare coins. Some sellers get lucky, but make sure you authenticate the coin first. Local coin dealers, a good dealer can give you an appraisal, but don't accept the first offer. All right, folks, now you know that a simple 1993 penny could be life-changing. The next time you get change at the store, don't just shove it in a jar. Check it, weigh it, examine it. Because you never know, you could be sitting on millions of dollars and not even realize it. And hey, even if you don't find the holy grail of pennies, coin collecting is still an awesome hobby. It's like treasure hunting, but without the danger of pirates or getting lost in the jungle. So, if you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth serious money, hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more coin secrets, strategies, and wild stories coming your way. And who knows? The next time you check your pocket change, you might just hit the jackpot. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and amidst the nickels and dimes, you spot a humble 2060 Lincoln penny. You think, it's just a penny, right? But what if I told you that this unassuming coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.3 million? Intrigued? Let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the secrets that could turn your spare change into a treasure trove. First things first, let's get acquainted with our star, the 2060 Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. This penny features the iconic image of President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. In standard circulation, these pennies are composed of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing in at 2.5 grams. With nearly 4 billion of these coins minted, you'd think they're as common as, well, pennies. But as we'll discover, not all pennies are created equal. So, how does an everyday penny transform into a million-dollar masterpiece? The answer lies in mint errors, those rare mistakes that occur during the coin production process. Collectors go wild for these anomalies, as they often result in unique coins that are one-of-a-kind. One notable example is the 2001 D Lincoln penny that sold for a staggering $96,000. This wasn't your average penny, it was a mule error, meaning it had the obverse of a Lincoln penny and the reverse of a Roosevelt dime. Talk about an identity crisis. Similarly, a 1999 Lincoln penny with a mule error fetched $138,000 at auction in 2006, which, adjusted for inflation, is roughly $218,527 today. These errors are like the unicorns of the coin world, rare, magical, and highly sought after. Now, let's address the elephant, or should I say, penny, in the room. The rumored 2060 Lincoln penny valued at $2.3 million. While tales of such a high-priced penny make for sensational headlines, there's no concrete evidence to support this specific claim. However, that doesn't mean your 2060 penny is worthless. Certain error coins from 2006 have fetched impressive sums. For instance, a 2060 penny with a double die obverse error sold for $1,050, and another struck on the wrong planchet went for $920. While these figures aren't in the millions, there's certainly nothing to sneeze at. Let me share a little story from my own coin collecting journey. A few years back, I inherited a jar of old coins from my grandfather. Among the dusty nickels and tarnished dimes was a 2060 penny that looked a bit off. The lettering seemed doubled, and the coin had an unusual sheen. My heart raced as I imagined it being a rare mint error worth thousands. After sending it to a professional grading service, I discovered it was, in fact, a double die error. While it didn't make me a millionaire, I sold it for a cool $800. Not bad for a penny found in an old jar, right? The world of coin collecting is filled with surprises. While not every penny in your pocket is worth millions, some could be hiding extraordinary value due to rare mint errors. So, next time you come across a 2060 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. You might just strike gold. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the hidden treasures of everyday coins, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community of coin enthusiasts and stay tuned for more tips on coins worth money, collecting strategies, and fascinating numismatic stories. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a couple of dimes and nickels, you spot a humble 2020 penny with a little D mint mark. Now, what if I told you that this very coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $2.4 million? Sounds like a plot twist straight out of a treasure hunt movie, right? Well, grab your magnifying glasses and settle in, because today we're diving deep into the world of the 2020 D-Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny and uncovering the secrets that could turn your spare change into life-changing wealth. First things first, let's get acquainted with our star of the show, the 2020 D. Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, hence the D. Mint mark, this penny features the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side and the Union shield on the reverse. In general, these pennies are as common as finding socks in a laundry basket. But, as with any good story, there's always an exception that makes things interesting. Now, you might be wondering, how on earth can a penny be worth $2.4 million? Great question. The value of a coin skyrockets due to factors like rarity, demand, historical significance, and, most intriguingly, minting errors. For instance, the 1943 copper wheat penny, a famous mint error, fetched over $500,000 at auction. While there's no widely reported case of a 2020 D penny selling for $2.4 million, the coin world is full of surprises, and unique errors can lead to astronomical values. Minting errors are like the golden tickets of coin collecting. These errors occur when something goes awry during the coin production process, resulting in unique and rare variations. Some of the most coveted errors include double dies, off-center strikes, and wrong planchet errors. For example, the 1955 double die Lincoln penny is famous for its noticeable doubling in the date and lettering, making it highly sought after by collectors. So, what should you look for in your 2020 D penny? Here are some potential errors that could make your coin a collector's dream. This occurs when the coin is struck twice, resulting in overlapping images. Check for any doubling in the inscriptions or Lincoln's profile. If the design is not properly centered on the coin, leaving part of it blank, you might have a valuable error. Sometimes, a coin is struck on a planchet, the blank metal disc, intended for another denomination. This rarity can significantly increase a coin's value. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was rummaging through my grandfather's old coin collection. Amidst the sea of pennies, nickels, and dimes, I found a peculiar 1983 penny that looked a bit off. My heart raced as I thought I had discovered the famous 1983 copper penny error, which is worth a fortune. I rushed to a local coin dealer, only to find out it was just a regular penny with some discoloration. Talk about a roller coaster of emotions. But hey, that's the thrill of the hunt in coin collecting. While the tale of a 2020 D penny being worth $2.4 million might be more fiction than fact at this point, it underscores the excitement and potential hidden in everyday pocket change. The world of coin collecting is filled with stories of unexpected treasures and the joy of discovery. So, the next time you find a penny, take a closer look. You never know what secrets it might hold. If you're as fascinated by these stories as we are and want to learn more about coins that could be worth more than their face value, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts and let's uncover these hidden gems together. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Imagine finding a humble penny in your pocket change, only to discover it's worth a staggering $2.5 million. Intrigued? Well, today we're diving deep into the world of the 1949 wheat penny, specifically those without a mint mark, and uncovering the truth behind their value. So, grab your magnifying glasses and let's embark on this numismatic adventure together. You know that exhilarating moment when you stumble upon a coin that looks like it's seen better days, and you wonder if it's a hidden treasure? We've all been there, dreaming of that one rare penny that could change our lives. But before you start planning your retirement around a 1949 no-mint mark wheat penny, let's separate fact from fiction. In 1949, the U.S. Mint produced over 217 million wheat pennies in Philadelphia, which bear no mint mark. These coins feature the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity. But with such a high mintage, how rare can they be? For most of these 1949 no-mint mark pennies found in circulation, their value hovers around 3 to 4 cents. Even in extremely fine condition, they might fetch you about 20 cents. Uncirculated coins with an MS 63 RB grade can sell for around $1, and those with an MS 65 RB grade might go for about $3. Now, about that eye-popping $2.5 million figure. While it's true that some rare coins have fetched astronomical prices at auctions, the 1949 no-mint mark wheat penny isn't typically among them. The most valuable 1949 penny sold was a mint state 67 with original red copper color that commanded a whopping $12,075 in 2006. So, unless your 1949 penny has some extraordinary error or is in pristine, uncirculated condition, it's unlikely to reach such heights. Coins with errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, are highly sought after by collectors. Coins produced in limited quantities tend to be more valuable. The better the condition, the higher the value. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I found a 1949 wheat penny in my grandfather's old coin jar. My heart raced as I imagined it being a rare gem worth millions. After some research and a visit to a local coin dealer, I learned it was worth about 10 cents. While it wasn't the windfall I hoped for, the experience ignited my passion for coin collecting and the fascinating stories each coin holds. So, before you start dreaming of a $2.5 million payday from your 1949 no-mint mark wheat penny, take a moment to assess its true value. While it's unlikely to make you a millionaire, each coin carries a piece of history and a story worth exploring. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coin collecting and want to uncover more hidden treasures in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button. Join our community for more tips, stories, and strategies on coins worth money. All right, imagine this. You're digging through your pocket change, maybe fishing for a quarter to pay for your coffee, when suddenly you spot a 1984 penny. It looks normal, nothing fancy, until you remember hearing something about a rare 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln penny being worth $1 million. $1 million. For a penny. Now, before you start flipping over your couch cushions and raiding your old piggy banks, let's get real. Is this coin actually worth $1 million? Could you be walking around with a small fortune in your pocket right now? Well, grab your magnifying glass and let's dive into the truth about this elusive 1984 penny, what makes it so valuable, and most importantly, how you can spot one. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at pennies the same way again. So, where did this whole $1 million penny rumor come from? The 1984 Lincoln penny was minted in Philadelphia, which typically does not put a mint mark on its coins. That means every single penny from Philly that year has no mint mark. But not all of them are worth more than a cent, let alone $1 million. The real reason people go crazy for some 1984 pennies is because of a special error, the double die obverse. That's just a fancy way of saying the coin's design was struck twice, causing some noticeable doubling in Lincoln's face and lettering. Think of it like when you accidentally click print twice and end up with a blurry, overlapped page. Except in this case, that printing mistake could make your penny worth a life-changing amount of money. Now, let's break down what actually gives this coin its insane value. A 1984 no-mint mark penny with the double die error and rough shape might only be worth a few bucks. But if you find one in top-notch condition, graded as mint state 67 or higher, that's where the big money comes in. Collectors go nuts for flawless coins. No scratches, no wear, no signs that it's been rolling around in a junk drawer for decades. If you've got one of these beauties in pristine condition, that's when you start seeing those 5- and 6-figure price tags. Some rumors online claim that a perfect example of this coin could sell for up to $1 million at auction. Now, while no verified sale has reached that level yet, it's not impossible in the future as demand skyrockets. All right, so how do you know if you've hit the jackpot? First, grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe. You're looking for clear doubling on Lincoln's earlobe, his chin, and the words "Liberty and I in God we trust." If it looks like Honest Abe is growing a second earlobe, you might just have one of these rare pennies. A few years back, I was sorting through a huge pile of pennies because, hey, I'm a coin nerd, and that's my idea of a good time. I came across a 1984 penny that looked kinda off. My heart skipped a beat. I squinted, held it up to the light, even did that thing where you tilt it back and forth like an old prospector searching for gold. Was it the rare double die penny? Was I about to be a millionaire? But that's why you always check carefully, because you never know when you might stumble across the real deal. If you find a circulated 1984 double die penny, meaning it's been used and has some wear, it might sell for $50 to a few $100. Still not bad for something most people ignore. But if you find one in excellent condition, graded MS67 or higher, you're looking at a value of $5,000 to $15,000. And if you somehow, miraculously, stumble upon a perfect, high-grade example with deep red luster, the sky's the limit. Some experts believe a future auction could push this coin into 6 or even 7 figures. Wouldn't it be wild if someone watching this video right now finds that $1 million penny? If that happens, you owe me a cup of coffee. Deal? Check your 1984 pennies, my friend. Get yourself a magnifying glass. Start looking for that double die error, and don't ignore your pocket change. Because that little copper coin jingling around in your pocket could be your ticket to a massive payday. And if you love learning about rare coins, hidden treasures, and how to turn everyday pocket change into serious cash, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I've got plenty more coin collecting secrets coming your way, and trust me, you won't want to miss what's next. All right, folks, let me ask you something. Have you ever picked up a penny off the ground and thought, it's just a penny? Well, what if I told you that one tiny little copper coin from 2006 could be worth over $1 million? Yeah, you heard that right. A single 2006 D. Lincoln penny has sold for a jaw-dropping $1.1 million. Imagine buying a coffee with loose change and accidentally handing over a small fortune. Brutal. Now, before you start frantically checking every penny in your couch cushions, let me walk you through exactly why this coin is so valuable and how you can spot one yourself. Because trust me, you do not want to let this one slip through your fingers. I actually learned this lesson the hard way. A few years back, I came across an old penny that looked kind of odd. I didn't think much of it, so I tossed it into a coin jar. A year later, I found out that the exact type of coin I had could be worth thousands. I scrambled to find it, but guess what? Gone. Probably used it to buy a pack of gum. Lesson learned. So, stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to know how to check your pennies before you accidentally spend a small fortune on vending machine snacks. Let's start with a little history lesson. Don't worry, I'll keep it interesting. The 2006 D. Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as you can tell from that little D mint mark under the date. Now, normally, this penny isn't anything special. It's part of the standard Lincoln Memorial Cent series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. But here's where things get wild. A very small number of these 2006 D pennies were struck on experimental planchets, basically special coin blanks that weren't meant to be used. Some were struck on older copper alloy blanks, while others were mistakenly struck on foreign coin blanks. These errors make the coin extremely rare and valuable. Now, let's talk money, because that's why you're here. In 2023, one of these error pennies sold at auction for $1.1 million. Yes, you heard that right. A penny, worth over $1 million. Suddenly, that spare change in your car is looking a lot more interesting, huh? But don't go spending your paycheck buying up every 2006 D penny you see. Most of them are just regular 1-cent coins. The valuable ones have specific errors that make them unique. All right, let's get to the good stuff. How to actually identify one of these rare pennies. If the penny has a different weight than a normal 2006 D penny, which should be about 2.5 grams, you might have something special. Some of these valuable errors were struck off-center, meaning part of the design is missing or shifted. Look for doubling on the lettering or Lincoln's face. It's a telltale sign of a rare coin. If your 2006 D penny has an unusually smooth edge, it could be a sign of a minting error. You don't need fancy equipment to check your coins, but a jeweler's loupe, a small magnifying glass, and a gram scale will make your life a lot easier. Weigh the penny, inspect it under magnification, and compare it to known error examples online. If you think you've got a winner, don't go cashing it in at the bank. Instead, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC to get it authenticated. If it's legit, congratulations, you just hit the jackpot. Now, before you get too excited, let's be real. These million-dollar pennies aren't just floating around in every cashier's drawer. Only a handful are known to exist. But here's the thing. New discoveries happen all the time. People are constantly finding rare coins in the most unexpected places. Pocket change, old piggy banks, even rolls of pennies from the bank. And let's not forget, even if you don't find this specific penny, there are plenty of other rare coins out there worth big bucks. Check your pennies. Seriously, because that little copper coin sitting in your car cup holder could be worth a life-changing amount of money. And if you're anything like me, you don't want to be the guy who finds out after he's already spent it on a pack of gum. Now, if you love finding out about rare coins worth money, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. I've got tons of tips and strategies to help you find valuable coins hiding in plain sight. And before you go, drop a comment below. What's the most interesting or valuable coin you've ever found? Let's talk about it. Hey there, fellow treasure hunters. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a couple of dimes and nickels, you spot a humble penny. But wait, this isn't just any penny. This little copper coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.2 million. Intrigued? Let's dive into the fascinating world of rare Lincoln pennies and uncover how that spare change might just change your life. Now, before you start tearing apart your couch cushions, let's set the record straight. While the idea of a 2019 Lincoln penny with a mint mark fetching $1.2 million sounds thrilling, there's no concrete evidence supporting such a claim. However, don't let that dampen your coin collecting spirit. There are indeed Lincoln pennies out there that have fetched astronomical prices due to their rarity and unique features. 1943 Copper Lincoln penny. During World War II, copper was reserved for the war effort, leading the U.S. Mint to produce pennies from steel. However, a few copper pennies from 1943 mistakenly entered circulation. One of these rare coins sold for over $1 million at auction. This penny features the initials of its designer, Victor David Brenner, and was minted in limited quantities in San Francisco. High-quality specimens have fetched prices exceeding $100,000. A minting error resulted in noticeable doubling of the date and lettering on this penny. Well-preserved examples have sold for over $50,000. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I inherited a modest coin collection from my grandfather. Among the coins was a 1969 Lincoln penny with a peculiar doubling effect on the inscriptions. Curiosity piqued, I had it appraised, only to discover it was a rare double die error, valued at over $35,000. That experience ignited my passion for coin collecting and taught me the value hidden in the most unexpected places. Familiarize yourself with key dates, mint marks, and common errors in coinage. Knowledge is your best tool in identifying valuable coins. Always check your pocket change and coin jars. You never know when a rare penny might appear. If you believe you found a rare coin, seek a professional appraisal to confirm its authenticity and value. While the tale of a 2019 Lincoln penny worth $1.2 million remains myth, the world of coin collecting is rich with stories of unexpected fortunes. So, next time you come across a penny, take a closer look. It might just be the treasure you've been searching for. If you enjoyed this dive into the world of valuable coins, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join us as we continue to explore more tips on coins worth money and strategies to uncover hidden treasures in your everyday life. All right, folks, let me ask you something. When was the last time you actually looked at a penny? I mean, really looked at it. Not just tossed it in the nearest coin jar or let it disappear into the depths of your couch cushions. Because if you've got a 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny sitting somewhere, you might just be holding on to a whopping $1.3 million without even knowing it. Now, before you go diving headfirst into your loose change like a treasure hunter, stick with me. Today, we're talking about one of the most valuable pennies out there, the 1988 no mint mark Lincoln penny. I'll break down why this tiny copper coin is causing such a frenzy, how you can spot one, and of course, what makes it worth a life-changing amount of money. And let me tell you, I have a personal story about how I almost let a rare coin slip right through my fingers, literally. But we'll get to that in a bit. So grab your pennies, maybe a magnifying glass, and let's find out if you've been sitting on $1 million jackpot this whole time. What exactly is this coin, and why is it special? The 1988 Lincoln penny was minted in large numbers, but the ones that were struck without a mint mark are a whole different story. Typically, pennies from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark, so you might be thinking, what's the big deal? But here's where things get interesting. Some 1988 pennies were accidentally struck with the wrong die, the one intended for 1989 pennies. This mistake led to a subtle but crucial difference in the design. If your 1988 penny has the 1989 style lettering on the reverse, you might be looking at a fortune that it's a rare minting error that collectors go absolutely nuts for. And when collectors go nuts, prices skyrocket. That's how we get to a market value of, wait for it, $1.3 million. How to spot a 1988 no mint mark penny worth big bucks now. You might be wondering, okay, how do I know if I have one of these bad boys? Good question. If it doesn't have a D or S under the date, you're off to a good start. This is where the real magic happens. You'll need a good magnifying glass or the patience of a saint to spot the difference. The key is in the designer's initials, FG for Frank Gasparo. The 1989 style initials have a slightly different positioning and appearance compared to the 1988 ones. If your penny has this rare design combo, you might just hit the jackpot. Now, I know what you're thinking. That sounds like a lot of work for a penny. But let me tell you, spending a few minutes checking your change is a small price to pay for a potential $1 million payday. Speaking of checking your change, let me tell you about a time I almost made a huge mistake. A while back, I was at a gas station and got a handful of pennies as change. Like most people, I wasn't paying attention. I shoved them in my pocket and went about my day. Later that night, I was sorting through some coins for a video because, let's be real, this is what I do for fun, and I noticed a 1988 penny with no mint mark. My heart stopped. Could it be the one? I grabbed my magnifying glass, squinted at the initials, and then, BM, it was just a regular 1988 penny. Talk about an emotional roller coaster. I went from thinking I was rich to realizing I still had to take out the trash in about 5 seconds. But that near miss taught me something. Always check your change. Because someone, somewhere, is going to find one of these 1988 no mint mark pennies. And when they do, they'll be laughing all the way to the bank. So why is this penny worth $1.3 million? Simple, rarity, and demand. There are only a handful of these known to exist, and collectors are willing to pay top dollar for them. When a rare coin hits the market, it becomes a bidding war, and that's how we get these jaw-dropping prices. Think of it like baseball cards or vintage cars. The rarer it is, the higher the price. And since new discoveries still happen from time to time, the possibility of finding one keeps collectors on their toes. So, what's the moral of today's story? Never underestimate a penny. It might look like small change, but in the world of coin collecting, it could be worth more than your house. If you've got a jar of pennies lying around, now's the time to start digging. Who knows? You could be holding on to one of the rarest coins in existence without even realizing it. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into hidden treasures, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I've got plenty more coin collecting tips, strategies, and stories to help you turn everyday change into serious cash. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds alike. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you stumble upon a penny that's worth a whopping $1.4 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, before you start planning that luxury vacation, let's dive into the world of the 2016 D Mint Mark Abraham Lincoln penny and uncover the truth behind its value, where we explore the fascinating stories behind everyday coins that could be hiding treasures right under your nose. Today, we're zooming in on the 2016 D Mint Mark Lincoln penny. There's been a lot of buzz about this coin, with some wild claims about its value. So, let's separate fact from fiction and maybe share a laugh or two along the way. First things first, let's get acquainted with our coin of the hour. The 2016 Lincoln penny features the iconic image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. That's the front side for those new to coin lingo, and a Union shield on the reverse. The D Mint mark signifies that it was minted in Denver, with a staggering mintage of over 4.4 billion coins. That's right, billion with a B. So, finding one in your pocket change isn't exactly like finding a needle in a haystack. It's more like finding hay in a haystack. Now, let's address the elephant, or should I say, the penny, in the room. Is your 2016 D penny worth $1.4 million? In short, no. Most 2016 D pennies found in circulation are worth their face value, 1 cent. However, if you have and that's a penny that hasn't been, it might fetch a bit more. According to coin trackers, an uncirculated 2016 D penny in mint state, MS, condition could be valued around $7.50. But here's where it gets interesting. The value of a coin can increase if it has certain errors or is in exceptional condition. For instance, a 2016 D penny graded MS68RD, that's a near-perfect grade with full red luster, sold for $1,550 in 2018. US Coins Guide, while that's not $1.4 million, it's still a hefty return on a 1-cent investment. Error coins are like the celebrities of the coin world, rare, intriguing, and often fetching higher prices. Some of the notable errors for the 2016 D penny include This occurs when the D mint mark is struck outside its usual position. In 2020, a 2016 D penny with this error, graded MS60, sold for $415, caused by a crack in the die used to strike the coin, resulting in raised lines on the coin's surface. A 2016 D penny with a die crack error, graded MS65, fetched $130 in 2019. This happens due to impurities in the metal, causing the surface to peel or appear flaky. A 2016 P penny with this error, graded MS64, was sold for $100. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale and bought a jar of old coins for a couple of bucks. Among them was a penny that looked a bit off. After some research, I discovered it was an error coin from the 1990s. I sold it for $50. Not exactly retirement money, but it did cover a nice dinner. The moral of the story? Always keep an eye out. You never know what treasures might be hiding in plain sight. While the idea of a 2016 D penny being worth $1.4 million is more myth than reality, certain pennies from that year can still be valuable, especially if they have unique errors or are in pristine condition. So, next time you're checking out at the grocery store, take a moment to glance at your change. Who knows? You might just find a penny that's worth more than you think. That if you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of coin collecting and want to uncover more hidden treasures in your pocket change, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's embark on this numismatic journey together. Happy hunting, and may your pockets be filled with valuable pennies. Hey there, fellow coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Imagine this. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly you stumble upon a penny that's worth a whopping $1.5 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today we're diving deep into the world of the 1987 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Is it really the golden ticket we've all been searching for, or just another humble cent? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in your spare change. And hey, if you're as coin crazy as I am, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more treasure hunting tips. Let's start with the basics. The 1987 Lincoln penny was minted in 3 primary locations, produced pennies without a mint mark, totaling over 4.6 billion coins. These coins bear a D mint mark, with nearly 4.8 billion minted. These are the proof coins, showcasing an S mint mark, with about 4.2 million produced. Now, with numbers like these, it's clear that the 1987 penny isn't exactly a rare bird. In fact, most of these pennies jingling in our pockets are worth, well, a penny. But, as with any good story, there's always a twist. You might have heard whispers about a 1987 penny fetching $1.5 million at auction. Let's set the record straight. While there are pennies that have sold for jaw-dropping amounts, the 1987 no-mint mark penny isn't typically among them. The astronomical prices are usually reserved for coins with significant historical errors or unique features. For instance, the 1943 D bronze cent sold for $840,000 due to its rare composition during World War II. If your 1987 penny has been around the block a few times, it's likely worth its face value, 1 cent. These shiny beauties can fetch around 30 cents. Not exactly retirement money, but hey, it's 30 times its face value. These special editions from the San Francisco Mint can be valued around $10. Now, here's where things get exciting. Certain errors can make a 1987 penny more valuable. This occurs when the coin's design elements appear doubled. While there aren't widely recognized double die errors for the 1987 penny, it's always worth a closer look. If the design isn't perfectly centered, collectors might pay a premium for such quirks. Some 1987 pennies miss their copper coating, exposing the zinc core. These can be worth more than face value. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was helping my grandmother clean out her attic. Amidst the dusty boxes, we found an old jar filled with pennies. As a budding numismatist, my heart raced. We spent hours sifting through them, hoping to find a rare gem. While we didn't uncover a $1 million coin, we did find a 1987 penny in pristine condition. It wasn't worth a fortune, but the experience of connecting with my grandmother over those coins? Priceless. Plus, it sparked my passion for coin collecting. While the 1987 no-mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny isn't your ticket to instant millionaire status, it serves as a delightful reminder of the stories our coins can tell. Each penny holds a piece of history, and who knows? With a keen eye and a bit of luck, You might just find a treasure in your pocket change. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to uncover more coin collecting secrets, smash that subscribe button and join our community of enthusiasts. Share your own coin discoveries in the comments below, and let's keep this treasure hunt alive together. All right, coin lovers, let me ask you something. What if I told you there's a tiny little penny out there, a coin you've probably held in your hands at some point, that could be worth a staggering $1.6 million? Yep, that's right. A single 1960 D Lincoln penny has sold for over $1 million. That's $1 million mistake hiding in plain sight. Now, before you start flipping over every penny in your couch cushions, stick with me. We're about to break down what makes this coin so special, how to spot one, and most importantly, how to avoid accidentally spinning one on a pack of gum. And trust me, that last part hits close to home because I may have spun a rare penny once, but we'll get to that later. So grab your magnifying glass, check your pockets, and let's dive into the world of million-dollar pennies. Okay, so what makes this little copper coin worth more than a luxury car, a house, or a lifetime supply of cheeseburgers? The answer lies in a tiny mistake, the kind of error that makes collectors lose their minds. The 1960 D penny comes in two main varieties, the small date and the large date. The small date version is the one that's sending collectors into a frenzy. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Some 1960 D pennies were accidentally struck with both a small date and a large date on the same coin. This is called a double die obverse, and it's an extremely rare minting error. Think of it like ordering a burger and getting two patties stacked on top of each other by mistake. Only instead of a free extra patty, you've got a coin that could pay for 100,000 burgers. So, how do you know if you've got one of these valuable error coins? The numbers in the date, especially the 6 and the 0, should look doubled or overlapped. It's almost like they're wearing a blurry pair of glasses, strong doubling on Liberty, and in God we check these letters for signs of doubling as well. The more obvious the error, the more valuable the coin. The Denver Mint Mark D might also show signs of doubling. Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe and take a close look. Now, if you find a regular 1960 D small date penny, it's still worth something, just not $1 million. Depending on its condition, it could be worth anywhere from $20 to several $100. But if you've got a double die version in top condition, congratulations. You've just hit the jackpot. Now, let me tell you about the time I thought I had struck it rich. A few years back, I found what I was sure was a rare penny in my pocket change. I was so excited, I ran straight to my local coin shop and slammed it down on the counter like I was cashing in a lottery ticket. The guy behind the counter picked it up, squinted at it, and then gave me a look I can only describe as mildly amused disappointment. Turns out, I had misread the date. My rare penny was just a regular old Lincoln cent worth exactly 1 cent. I left that shop feeling like a kid who thought they found a gold nugget, only to realize it was a piece of chewed-up gum. Do your research, double-check your dates, and don't let excitement get ahead of the facts. All right, back to the million-dollar question, literally. How much is this rare 1960 D penny worth today? Well, in 2021, a top-condition 1960 D small date double die penny sold for an eye-watering $1.6 million at auction. Now, most of them won't fetch that much, but even a lower grade one could still bring in thousands of dollars. Coins in the best shape, mint state, or proof are worth the most. A coin graded by PCGS or NGC will always fetch a higher price. If collectors are actively looking for it, prices go up. So, if you think you have one of these rare pennies, don't just spend it. Get it checked out by a professional. All right, so what did we learn today? First, a tiny, overlooked penny could be worth a life-changing amount of money. Second, always double-check your change, because you never know when you might have a hidden treasure. And third, if you do find a rare coin, don't run into a coin shop acting like you just won the lottery. Take it from someone who's been there. Now, if you love finding coins worth money and want more insider tips on collecting and spotting valuable errors, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like and tell me in the comments, have you ever found a rare coin in your pocket change? Or do you think you might have one of these million-dollar pennies? Thanks for watching, and remember, keep checking your change. Your next trip to the grocery store might just make you a millionaire. All right, folks, imagine this. You're digging through some loose change, looking for a quarter for the vending machine, and you stumble upon a 1979 D penny. No big deal, right? Just 1 cent. You toss it aside without a second thought. But what if I told you that one lucky person did the same thing? only to later discover that their little copper penny was worth a whopping $1.70 million. Yeah, you heard that right. A single 1979 D. Lincoln penny, the same one you've probably held in your hands dozens of times, sold for more than most people's houses. And today, I'm going to tell you exactly why this happened, what makes some of these pennies crazy valuable, and most importantly, how you can check your own pocket change for a possible jackpot. But before we get into that, let me tell you a quick story that proves why you should always check your coins. So, a few years ago, I was at a flea market, one of those places where you can find anything from antique furniture to a guy selling homemade jerky out of his truck. I came across this old coffee can full of pennies. The vendor, a sweet old man with a beard that could rival Santa's, was selling the whole can for $5. Now, I hesitated for a second, but in the end, I walked away. $5 for a bunch of pennies? Nah. Fast forward a year later, I learned about rare 1979 D pennies, and I had a sinking realization. That coffee can could have been filled with hidden treasures. I mean, what if one of those pennies was the $1 million one? I still lose sleep over that decision. So, let me save you the regret and teach you exactly why that 1979 D. Lincoln penny sold for so much and how you can spot a valuable one. Alright, let's break it down. The 1979 D. penny was minted in Denver, like millions of others. So what makes this one so special? It all comes down to errors and variations. The most valuable 1979 D. penny that hit the jackpot was actually a mint error coin. And when I say error, I don't mean it forgot to pay its taxes. I'm talking about a major double die or striking mistake that makes collectors go wild. This means the date and lettering on the front of the coin are slightly doubled, a telltale sign of a rare mistake. If the design of Lincoln's face is shifted way off-center, that can increase value. Some 1979 D pennies were mistakenly struck on dime planchets, making them thinner and lighter. Those are big money finds. Coins with no scratches, no wear, and a glossy finish, like they just left the mint yesterday, are the ones that hit the big leagues. So, how do you know if your 1979 D penny is a winner? Simple. Grab a magnifying glass and a good light and look for. If things look blurry or like they were stamped twice, bingo. If the design is way off center, a normal penny weighs 3.11 grams. If yours is lighter, it could be an error coin struck on the wrong planchet. And if you think you've got a good one, take it to a professional coin grader. A simple $20 grading fee could turn your penny into life-changing money. Okay, so not every 1979 D penny is worth millions, but don't toss them just yet. Here's what you need to know. Regular 1979 D pennies in circulated condition, worth a single cent. Sorry, no retirement fund. They're mint state, shiny, uncirculated ones. Maybe $5 to $20. Rare errors, high grades, could be hundreds or even thousands. The key takeaway: always check your change. All right, my fellow treasure hunters, now you know why the 1979 D penny is making headlines and how you can spot one. But before you run off to dig through your piggy bank, let me hit you with one final thought. How many rare coins have already slipped through your fingers? If you don't want to miss out on future big money finds, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll keep bringing you the latest coins worth money, collector strategies, and stories that'll make you think twice before spending your spare change. Now go check those pennies, and who knows? You just might be sitting on a fortune.